guys have been asking about, how much I put down, the whole dealership process, and how I was able to budget to afford my Honda Accord. So, I'm just going to give you some tips that I went through. This is not like absolutely necessary. This is not anything by any means like a blueprint of what you have to do. You have to do it according to your own, situation. But what I would say is the first and foremost thing that you should figure out if you're looking at any car is figure out how much for sure you are willing to spend. Figure out your budget, how much you are willing to spend, and start from there. So me personally, I already knew that I was looking into getting the Honda Accord Sport. I knew I wanted a Sport, and so I looked at roughly how much the car costs, like the sticker price, which was about $27,000. Okay, that's just the sticker price. That's not what I paid, but that's just the sticker price. And then I took into account, how much I'm willing to pay as far as a car note. So you have those two things. You're going to have how much the car is worth, or how much they're going to try to sell it to you for, and how much you are willing to pay for your car note. And I knew personally for me, I was not willing to pay more than $350 for a car note. That was an absolute no, a hard no. So going into that, that's how you set your budget. So then the next thing you have to do is figure out how much you want to put down. And you're going to have a lot of people tell you, I had friends who said, I put down $2,000, I put down $1,000, but they never disclosed how much their car note was. But I knew for me personally, if I was going to get a new car, I was not going to put anything less than $5,000, and that's just me personally. So going into that, you have all these numbers. So now you start to save. So the saving process for me is all about sacrifice. So I had to sacrifice a lot. I had to sacrifice, being able to go out and eat, just to eat. Sometimes you have to make meals at home. Sacrifice and save every dollar where you can. I'm pretty big on saving already, so it wasn't hard for me to save. And I started saving close to around, so I made sure that I was saving every dollar I sacrificed, because really all it is about sacrifice. You get what you want when you sacrifice. So I started to save, and I wasn't putting down, $20 every check. I mean, do what you can. Do based on your, how much you make, because I am a registered nurse. So yeah, I made sure I put down more than well over $200 every time I got paid, and I get paid every 2 weeks. And then I also had another account that I had just for like, I'm sorry y'all, they're doing a lot of road construction, so I'm just trying to figure out, I'm just trying to get in where I fit in, trying to get home, because I actually ended up having to take my mom. She left her work phone at home, so that is what I was doing. I was taking her phone. So I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. But yeah, I started saving, and then I put like a weekly allowance for myself on. I have 2 debit cards, so I put a weekly. I put a weekly allowance on my second debit card, and then I made sure that everything that I needed for the week, groceries, anything that I wanted to do, I gave myself. So I wasn't really depriving myself of anything, but I made sure that if I wanted to, splurge on something from Sephora, it had to come out of my weekly allowance. Like I wasn't touching anything else. So I did that. And also, a good thing that you need to establish before buying a car is credit. So I do pay bills, and I have a credit card, and I make sure that I do not max my credit card, like a real credit card, not like one of those store cards. Like, I know going into Victoria's Secret, they always try to get me to, get a credit card, or even Sephora, try to get you a Sephora credit card. But get a real credit card through a bank. I personally use a credit union. And with my credit card, I never buy something that I can't afford to pay for it with my debit card. I start there. So if I can't afford to get it on my debit card, I won't put it on the credit card, period. And so when I got my credit card, I made sure to use it just strictly for things involving my car. At the time, I had a Ford Taurus 2003. And so if I was getting gas, I would just use my credit card to pay for gas. Whenever I got an oil change, I would just use my credit card. And make sure that you pay it off in full, okay? Pay your credit card bill off in full when they send you the statement. Pay it off in full. And do not max your card. That's the most important thing. Don't max your card. Don't miss any payments. They're looking to see that you are responsible with your payments. They're looking to see that you are going to be someone that they can rely on. If they're giving you a car, they want to make sure that you're going to be able to pay for the car. So you start there. Then you go into the dealership, and that's when, so after you have everything straight, you realize, you're ready to go into the dealership. You have the amount that you want to put down. You have, in your mind how much you are willing to pay for the car. And for me, I said I wanted to, my stepdad helped me come up with this number, so I can't even take credit for it. But we went into the dealership and we said, for the Honda 2020 Accord Sport, we want to pay no more than out the door. That's included for all of their fees, their extra taxes. $24.50 out the door. And a lot of dealerships turned us down. They're like, what, for an Accord Sport? What? And you have to be willing to walk away. My stepdad taught me that. You never accept the first offer. Never accept. I went into a dealership, I'll tell you this story. I went into a dealership, and the first thing I told him, he said, what car are you looking for? A 2020 Honda Accord Sport, and I want it in white. And the man literally told me, we don't have white, but we have red. Test drive the red. Sit in the red. It doesn't matter if I like this red. My plan was to get a white car, so I don't want to test drive the red car because you don't even have a white car on your lot. They will try to sell you what they have on their lot. They will disregard everything that you want, and they will make you feel like you're getting a better deal. Make sure you stick to your guns. Do not let these people talk you into getting something that you don't want. Please do not let these people talk you into getting something that you don't want. And always remember, there's going to be another dealership, okay? So just because it didn't work out at this one, okay, you can drive to another one. Do not accept the first offer that you get. If it's not within your budget or your price range, do not accept the first offer that you get, because there will be other Honda Accords. Oh, they're going to say, I had somebody say, the plant is down. The Honda plant is down, and they're not even making Hondas, so this is all that we have. You trying to get me to buy the Civic? No, I want the Honda Accord. What do you mean the plant is down? Okay, you don't have this car, so I'm going to go to another dealership who has the car. I'm not going to settle. I will not settle. And actually, the dealership that I bought my car from, they didn't even have the white on the lot. They gave me everything that I asked for, and then they said that they would get the car sent. They would pick the car up from another lot and bring it to their lot. So do not settle. If they want to make that sale, they will do what they can to get you the car. Period. Okay? Point blank period, sis. Or gentlemen. But yeah, basically that's pretty much where it is. You just gotta sacrifice, to get what you want. You gotta sacrifice. You gotta, like, I had to stop. Honestly, I spend the most money in my daily life on food. I'm sure some of you can relate. Even when I'm at work, and the work food in the hospital is so expensive. So expensive. And they don't even give discount for employees. So it's so expensive. And let me just pat myself on the back. Sis did not need a cosigner. Credit was good. They will run your credit, and that's why I say make sure that whatever you're doing, make sure that you're leaving a great track record for them to follow. Make sure, and you can check your credit score on Credit Karma. It's not 100% accurate, because I was thinking that my credit was one thing, and when I went to the dealership, it ended up being better, which I was surprised for. Another tip that I say to identify how much you want to put down in relation to car notes. It's good to use one of those what is it called? The car loan calculator. That's what it's called. It's good to use that to identify how much you want to put down in relation to car notes. That's not 100% accurate either, because you have to take into account interest rates and how much they're going to charge you for interest rates, and they do that based on your credit. I'm done rambling. I pretty much don't have anything else to say. I hope this video is helpful to some. I can only tell you from my personal experience, and honestly, the thing that helped me the most through this whole process was my stepdad, because I had no idea. The only thing I knew is I have the cash saved up. I have my cash saved up, take me to the dealer. But my stepdad helped me to see that you do not have to pay sticker price for any car. That's ridiculous. Nobody pays sticker price for any car. So what you have to go in and you have to know what you're willing to pay, and you have to stand on that, because going in the dealerships, they're like vultures, and they just want to make a sale. So you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to make sure that they are not trying to rip you off, okay? Because they have fees. It's a lot of things that go into it. One dealership had a $1,000 fee on the price. I mean, so the car ended up, the grand total ended up being $28,000, and I was like, hold up. No, what is this fee for? Ask them a lot of questions. Ask them, what is the fee for? What is this fee? What is that fee? And he was like, oh my gosh, it was almost an accident. He was like, that's the dealership fee. But so you just need to get in where you fit in, and don't let them get over on you. But anyway, this video is 16 minutes long. I'm gonna go ahead and